Alright, here we are today, finally in Nasty's world. We're gonna get what we can for now. It's a tiny place, very centralized, but we cannot get absolutely everything at the moment. If we need to go back to another world, we can talk to, what's-his-face, Hack, the balloonist, but we're just gonna stay here because there's never any reason, if you've gotten this far and you've gotten everything, like we have, to go back. So we're not going to be able to get everything right now because there are, in this homeworld, 200 gems. But some of them are stuck behind these giant dragon doors. We can only get to one world right now, Cove. So we're going to get what we can. We're going to save the dragon for last right now, but then we're going to get what we can for the moment. And we're going to save some other things for later. We're going to have to save some other gems for later. We should be able to get 75 at the moment. That's all we can get. Let's talk to the dragon. That sounds vaguely familiar.
Hey, didn't I already free you?
You're in Nasty's world now, Spyro, and you are the dragon who must defeat him.
Bring him on! I'm ready!
Reach the exit in each of Nasty's lands. Then you can challenge the Nork himself.
Okay, I didn't think they would tell you that. I was going to mention that, so they vaguely hint at it, but they don't really specifically tell you. We're going to go to Cove, and I'll show you toward the end of it. But in order to activate the next world, you can't just do exit level. You have to leave by the return home pad in order to make the next level open up. That's not something they always tell you, and this is a, as I recall... Okay, I got this mixed up with another level, but this is the level I was thinking of, so I had the level right, but not the name. We're going to do a lot of charging in this first part. Cove is extremely linear. We're going to do a lot of charging with barrels to destroy things, like we're going to knock that guy standing on a barrel over there off. We're going to charge in these metal kegs. All you have to do is line up your shot, and the game pretty much does the rest for you, so it's pretty simple, especially right here. Oh, wow. Wow, really? I was somewhere near that barrel game. You think so? But he didn't try to attack me at all. That's very weird. Okay, I don't feel like I'm getting enough time to make a difference here. There we go. Alright, and you can do this again as much as you want. It'll keep regenerating barrels, but... So there's no way to ever, like, stand on top of this thing, really. It won't generate a new barrel if you're standing on top of it, which sometimes comes in handy, but for the most part, you want to use these barrels sometimes to hop... Well, you can't hop on top of them. Thought you could. Man, my memory of Nasty's world is really fuzzy. But I know we're not really going to have a problem missing gems in this part, so... Now, the TNT barrels, you don't want to charge those. You just want to flame those and wait for them to go off. They're usually situated next to something that will blow up and reveal gems. So, nothing out on the outskirts of the cove to get, is there? Okay, good. So let's float on across, going in a pretty straight line for the time being. Hey, rat, come here. I'm going to require your services briefly. Again, you just want to get parallel with the giant guy. There's no way you're charging this guy or flaming him since he's holding a TNT barrel. These guys require 2 hits. One hit knocks them down to their heart boxers. Second one does them in for good. Don't want to miss these over here. For some reason, I tend to remember Nasty's levels as being particularly bad with this sort of hiding a small amount of gems, like 2 or 3. Just kind of in sight, really. Okay, let's see. Looks like he's rolling TNT barrels at us. Well, that's one way to do it, I suppose. Alright. Can't believe that a guy that big is only worth 1 gem. Alright, he's just going to keep doing his thing. Very automatically. Oh, yep. Alright. He just doesn't even think about what he's doing. He's been chucking and rolling barrels for so long that it's just automatic to him anymore. He doesn't even think when one's about to go off. What a sad state on the affairs of the modern laborer, or something like that. Okay. Okay, yes, and they will also flatten you if you jump on top of them, so... Oh, God. Didn't mean to do that. Is there any way out of this one? No! There's really not, so I'm back at the beginning. Good Lord. That's a long way to have to go back. Yeah, because I'm going to hide in here real quick. Meet you when we get back to where we're supposed to be. This level's not supposed to be that hard. Guess it's harder than I remember it being, though. We are only 64 gems into a 400 gem level. If we're dying that early in, I am very fearful of my chances. But fortunately, this time I have a yellow sparks, and I'm going to stay on the straight and narrow. There we go. That's probably just what I should have done the first time, but I was in thorough panic mode. Oh, and right before a dragon, too. Of all the luck.
Keep up the good work, Spyro. I expect Nasty's really starting to worry about you.
I'd be shaking in my Nork boots if I were him.
Latifa's just like, okay, you reappropriate that normal phrase for whatever dumb purpose you were going for, and I'll just sit here and nod, ha ha ha. But yeah, that's going to be a recurring theme, that the dragons you run into in this world somehow got their dumb asses captured twice. And you're going to have to... Oh, yes. Before we move on, I almost forgot about that guy over there. But yeah, some of the dragons you're going to have to save got captured twice, and so you're going to run into some reruns. Most of them, I believe, with different voices. Here's why it's useful to stand on something so it doesn't regenerate, so you can float across to another ledge and get the gem. That's it. There we go. It's gonna come back to me now, guys. Okay, and these are kind of good checkpoints right here. You should never get hit by a guy like this. I don't know why I did earlier, but they're far enough away. They don't really represent a threat unless there's something else in your face. Hello, one up in the corner of the ship. They keep that there for themselves or what? It's like, oh man, I died. I'm gonna need backup. I'm gonna need another chance. I can do this, boss. Okay, let's get behind ourselves. Okay, we're gonna be going straight ahead anyway. But it was good to look around, and it not only was good, it is good generally in any case. You know that by now, though. How did... Oh, okay, I see. Hey, cool, they're kind of doing the butterfly work for us. That's neat. You really thought staying on top of that was a good idea, did you? Well... Okay, any number of things could have killed that guy, I guess. Okay, we're going to have to use something else. I think we may end up using a firecracker to get this, so we're going to be doing some minor backtracking. Do I see one anywhere in the distance just yet? I don't. Well, we'll come back for it, because I know we can't get it with a supercharge or a flame kiss or anything. There's no hot fairy to help us out here. Alright. Okay, I'm back into the rhythm of this. This is good. I'm cracking along at a nice little rate now, and I've got the enemy patterns back in my head. Okay, that was not a good distance to be away from him. Just as I say something like that too. You know what? I'm gonna leave sleeping barrels lying. That's probably a good idea, unless I mean, whatever. It's not like it's gonna hurt me or anything. Gives me more chances to get on top of this, that's for sure. Okay. Don't want to end up charging off into the water because there are generally very few opportunities to get out of the water here. Here we go. This is how we're gonna set that thing off. It's gonna require a little bit of backtracking, but man, Spyro, that was a good shot. You always know just how hard to hit it. Okay, enough of that. Just requires a little bit of backtracking, and then once again we are on pace. Make sure there's nothing. Well, that's cool looking. That's obviously some kind of energy provider. That's cool. But we don't have time to sit and stare. We have to get ever closer to Nasty Nork and his minions. man himself. Man, they were generous with the one-ups. Guess they thought maybe we'd be dying a lot. You know what? Wow, that was a little risky. But I was saying, you know what? Maybe I ought to go back to that empty pier and those rats that they killed with their own tools and made them into butterflies. Perhaps I should go back and collect those butterflies. But they'll have respawned into rats by now, and I don't feel like going that far back. You know what? Maybe a better. Am I gonna be able to make it back from this point, actually? I think maybe. Yeah, I am. Okay, yeah. If you need to backtrack for health, do it. Don't be afraid. Especially in this level. Okay, we're only back up to blue for now, but I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that if you're cool with that. And I'm better with blue. Even with blue. Even with green. I'd rather have green sparks than no sparks. Especially with a bunch of gyms being close to the water as they are. Yeah, yikes. The thought is scaring me, dos. Please don't anybody tell me that dos is not the Spanish word for also. I know it's tambien. I may be rusty in high school Spanish, but I don't understand how I'm going to kill you. Well, that's certainly one way of doing it. Well, no matter. We're going to go ahead and talk to Tomas, a repeat from the artisan world.
Wow. I never thought I'd be rescued, especially by such a little dragon. What I mean is, I always believed in you, Spyro.
You gotta believe.
And sarcasm just goes woof right over Spyro's head. But hey, at least Tomas got a marked improvement in voice. He was as I recall, he sounded rather let's just say wispy in the artisan homeworld. But I guess he traded it in for being a transparent dick, so I don't know. You make the call there, I guess. Okay. Right over here. Ah, yes, we're going to be jumping into a pit soon enough, and we are approaching the end of the level, thank goodness. I'm about ready to be done with this one. Okay. Alright, this will set off a chain reaction. If I do it from the right spot, if I do it from just... Yeah, there we go. Now let me go down my steps in peace if you don't mind. Almost missed a gem right there. It's easy to miss gems in this level. Going forward, trying to charge ahead to that return home spot, trying to get all the gems. You end up accidentally missing one. In a level like this, that can be really bad. Okay, we have 3 ways we can go here, and I think it will behoove us to start with the middle one. Hey, a rat, thank goodness. That really made 2 rats, alright. And the hitbox is generous enough that you can kill both of these guys with 1 barrel, even though that doesn't really make a lick of sense. Okay, Sparks, whatever it takes for you to get recovered, I'm willing to wait. Why is there a barrel right there? Alright, but I did find the way with the key first. There's a treasure chest very close to a key. Here we go. That's probably why that's there. Nope, doesn't really reach far enough, actually. Hey, more rats. That was... Wow, why are rats respawning down here? I don't even think there are any enemies down here. Alright, hey. Way to... Well, I would be going that way anyway, but... I thought that was on a step leading back up to the top. Actually, it probably was. Yeah, if I didn't have to go back up here to get over this left path, then I'd be in trouble. Probably would have skipped right over that. Okay, looks like it's just running into the barrel, so I'm safe in turning the camera around. Oh my god. Oh, this is a madhouse. Okay. Alright, let's... Oh, wow, I was going to examine things off to the side here, but it doesn't look like that's going to work out for me. Instead, this guy's probably too busy chucking barrels ahead to think of me back here. Yep. Predictable. Dumb Norks not paying attention to their surroundings. When I fill out my customer satisfaction survey, I'm going to say, did not pay attention to customers around him. Resulted in death. And now all we got to do is go this way. This will lead us right up to the home vortex, where we should get... Oh, wait, this is the middle path. Whoops! Okay, I didn't really need to kill a rat, but anything to get rid of the vermin problem around here, that's frankly a little gross. Boink. Okay, get him the second time. Be sure to stand right on top of this thing so nothing regenerates. And get on. Sure, okay, that's one way to skin a treasure chest. Oh, I went for the metaphor and ended up going literal. Why do I do that? Nancy Kerrigan. Okay. And once we get out of here, we should be at 390, I believe, and there will be a yellow waiting for us right at the top, which means we have found everything. There we go. And now remember, you have to return home via the return home spot in order for the next level to open up, which I believe is going to be Twilight Harbor? There we go. 10,975. Not the round number we're used to, but yes, here we go. We got an open door leading to, yes, Twilight Harbor. Or maybe if we're lucky, we can meet Robert Pattinson. Or Kristen Stewart. Or maybe, oh, I do declare, maybe we can meet Taylor Lautner.